y'all, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ashley. For today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do your winged eyeliner. I've had this asked many times over the years. And now that I have my YouTube channel, I can show you guys physically, well, through the screen at least. So hopefully in this video there will be lots of good tips and tricks for you guys to learn. Winged eyeliner just takes a lot of practice. I definitely did not get it perfect on the first try. Nobody, if ever, gets it perfect on the first try. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of practice, a lot of concealer to clean it up. So if you guys are ready to learn how to do your winged eyeliner, make sure you subscribe down below, like and comment, and let's get started. I have my brows off camera and I'm just going to go into the Madison Beer palette real quick to do an eyeshadow look, which is very simple. I'm just going to go into this shade to start with the M441. I'm just going to put that in my crease. Gonna mix these two matte colors and put those in the crease as well. I just want to keep this look really simple since I am going to be doing more of an eyeliner than eyeshadow. I'm just gonna take this big fluffy brush real quick and just blend out the edges. I'm just gonna go over this shade right here and just brush it on the lid. I'm just gonna take this dark shade from the outer corner. For eyeliner, I'm just gonna go with the ink eyeliner by Kat Von D. Their tattoo liner is also amazing, but when I went to the store, they were sold out. So I just went with this one, and this one's also pretty good. Now for winged eyeliner, you could use stuff like this. Personally, it's not my favorite way to do it. I feel like it's harder to use those. They don't glide on as easily as something like this with a felt tip. For the best wing outcome, I would probably suggest something like this over this. These I would use to tightline my waterlines, my upper and bottom line. Whereas the liquid would be better to do more of a line because it's easier to drag out. So I'm going to get closer so you can get a better look at what we're going to do. So the first tip for wings, you look at your lower lash line. All you're gonna wanna do is just like go up from that and keep it going. You don't wanna go higher, outward, lower. You wanna make sure that it's straight in with your lower lash line. Okay, so tip number 2 is when you're following your lash line, you just wanna go up. You wanna meet it. Obviously you wouldn't put your eyeliner all the way up here, but your point of your eyeliner should be to the point of your brow. So just make a nice straight line. For hooded eyes, you don't want to go to your eyebrow because it's going to be hidden. So you want to go outwards towards your ear. Tip number 3, this is how I learned to do mine. For me, it didn't take that long. I know some people it takes them a little bit longer because they're trying to figure out their eye shape and how it all works out according to their eye shape. The easiest thing that I did for me was to do it on both sides at the exact same time. And no, I'm not talking about 2 eyeliners doing it at the exact same time. I've had people ask if that's what I meant, and I was like, no. I'm gonna show you what I mean when I say I do it at the exact same time. So for some people, they do one wing on this side, finish it, and then go on this side and do one wing. Well, I do the steps at the exact same time, so I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna make tiny upward strokes towards my brow from the waterline. You want a flicking motion? Okay, so tip number 4, you want to flick it upwards. So when you get to the top, it's not like a harsh like line. It's like a nice pretty flow. I'll show you. If you mess up along the way, it's totally okay. Always fix it with concealer and a flat brush. Okay, and I messed it up on purpose just so I can show you how to fix it later. So when I do one side, I would do just the line, and then I'll come over to this side and draw the other line. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I will draw 2 lines on both sides of my eyes, and I'll look straight ahead of myself and I'll look at them and see what's different, what needs to be fixed, what doesn't need to be fixed. So this one looks lower. I'll let you guys get a good look. This one looks lower than this one, so all I'm just gonna do is just go from the center of this one drag it up and so then when you look at them now, just ignore that little part right here because we will fix that. I wanted to do that on purpose just so I could show you if you messed up that there's a way you can fix it without taking it all off and getting mad. When you look straight ahead and you look at them, I know it'll be hard at first to figure out where to look. But the more you do it, the more your eyes will get used to it and you'll know which line to look at. So if you look at it, they're both pretty symmetrical now. This one looks a little longer, so I'll just elongate this one just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this little piece right here alone for now. I will fix it when I'm done with the entire eye. It'll just make it a whole lot easier, so I don't have to keep redoing and redoing if I make any more mistakes. Next thing that I'm going to do, after you make sure that your lines are pretty even as best as you can tell, I'm gonna go from, you don't wanna go from the very, very top because you wanna keep that point. So you're gonna go a little bit lower, which is also tip number, what, 4 or 5? I don't remember what number we're on now. But all you're gonna do is you don't wanna go to the very top because you wanna keep that point on there. So all you're gonna do is just go a little bit lower and you're just gonna pull it. So you're gonna go about right here. And all you wanna do is just take it from there and you just wanna go down to about where, I'll put a dot, just so you can see where we're going. So we're gonna go from up here to down there. And I always like to go to the center of the eyelid and then go on from there. So I'll do that now. Just take it from the center and then you just drag it down to that place right there. And then we'll fix it in a minute. I just want to do it on the other side real quick. So this side's kind of already there. And again, just so you can see where we're going, about the center of the lid right there. And we're just going to take it and drag it down to that spot, just like that. And then afterwards, I'm just gonna make sure everything's nice, still nice and even. I don't have to change anything. Everything looks good. This side was just a little higher, so when I go in with the concealer, I'll just make sure to make it just a little bit shorter so it fits with this side. So now all we're gonna do is just straighten out this line just a little bit. There's some gaps over here. And then we'll focus it down there in a second. Just wanna make sure everything is nice and straight. And if you're doing a winged eyeliner for the first time, I would recommend to not do it with glitter for your first time. Like a shimmer shade like this is fine, but like actual glitter, it's a little bit more difficult to do. I still struggle with it sometimes, honestly. Yeah, I would not suggest doing it with glitter for the very first time. They can get just a little messy. I'm also just trying to fix this side because of that mess right there, and I'll show you how to fix that. And this side looks pretty good. Nothing too much to fix. So now that I made sure that everything's nice and fixed, I'm just gonna go in alongside the lines and just make sure it's all filled in. So now that I've filled them out, I'm just going to go ahead real quick and show you how to clean it up before we do the inner corner. To clean it up, I'm just going to take this squared flat brush. I don't really want to use a circular one because it's just a little bit more difficult because this already has a square end. So you see a little like, it'll hit it better to clean it up than a circular one would. You can just see the difference there. And then all I'll do is just take a little bit from the spoolie itself. Spoolie? Applicator? What do you call it? Anyways, I'll just take it from the applicator. I'll just I'll stamp it on first just so I know where exactly I'm going. I'm just gonna do a little stamp. And then start dragging it just a little bit. And that's it. That's all I gotta do to clean it up. I'm gonna do this side just a little bit because there's a little mistake here. That one was not on purpose. I'm just gonna bring it to the top as well. And so if you get any little, if you can see that little white spot in the liner where it's not fully straight, just go back over it with your liner really carefully. Almost there. Okay, so now when you look straight forward, you can see that everything's pretty symmetrical. Nothing's too off, and if there are little mistakes, like this is a little more straighter than this, but I don't really want to mess with it because I'm pretty happy with where it's at right now. If you use false lashes, they'll kind of hide like the small mistakes like that. So you don't have to worry too much. Sometimes they come out perfect and sometimes they come out a little wonky. But as long as you get them pretty close enough. So we're gonna do the inner corner. And then what I like to do also, take one of these and just tight line. That is the eyeliner all complete. I'm just gonna go off camera real quick to finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. So I'm back with my face completed. So you can see how the lashes, as I mentioned earlier, if you have like little mistakes, like how this line was a little bit straighter than this one on the top, I didn't want to mess with it because I didn't want to mess it up. Just like little imperfections that just don't really matter too much. You can see how the lashes just kind of hide that. So that's why it just wasn't really that important to get it absolutely straight. Your wings will never be perfect every single time. I know mine aren't perfect every single time, but I sure try. If it doesn't work out the first time, just don't get frustrated, don't give up. Keep practicing, keep doing it. My wings have definitely improved. I'll put like a photo of like my very first one right here. My wings have definitely improved a lot. My wings fit my face better, they fit my eyes better than how they did back then. It just takes practice, takes patience, takes learning your face and what looks good on you, which angle looks good on you. Because of my eye shape and how my face is, if I went towards my ear, it would make my face look more drooped down. Because of how my wings are now, it makes it look more lifted up. So just play around with it, play around with different styles of wings, different sizes, looks. If you like it thin or thicker, smaller, longer, shorter, you know, that kind of thing. Just play around with it. Just fit it to your eye. I hope these tricks helped you. Just like I said, just don't get frustrated. It took me took a lot of concealer from one, but it took me a couple tries to get it perfect. And then obviously I've been doing this for a couple years, so you know, the longer you do it, the better it's gonna be. On my like absolutely very first wing, don't have a picture of it, but it was definitely not the prettiest. I don't even think it had a point. I think it was more rounded at the end. It was really thick. It wasn't cute. So don't give up, just keep trying. Don't hate yourself for it. It's just eyeliner. You can wipe it off and put it right back on. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, so there you guys have it. This is the eyeliner tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys are excited to get your wings down. Be sure to hit the red subscribe button down below, like and comment down below what you would like to see next. If you like another how-to, let me know. If there's anything else you would like to see, just let me know. I will gladly do it for you. But yeah, that's it for this video. Bye!